open, snap, zip, sleeve. They match. Wrist, cuff, stretchy, bumpy, smooth. How can pajamas help your child learn hundreds of new words? In this video, I'm going to show you a really simple way that you can introduce hundreds of new vocabulary words to your child just using one simple thing that you already have at home. I don't believe we need to get pulled into the marketing that tells us that we need all these fancy toys to help our children learn new words. Ultimately, the words that we speak out loud to our children are the words that their brains are soaking in, and in the future will be the same words that they use to speak and have conversations with you. So by increasing their vocabulary and increasing the variety of words that they understand and know, we can increase their depth of thinking and in turn increase their depth of conversation with you in the future. So in this video, we'll start from top to bottom and discuss lots of things that you can talk about with your child just by using their jammies. Hey, I'm Adrienne from learnwithadrienne.com, and you want to help your child communicate clearly, listen well, and gain life skills for their future. As a pediatric speech-language pathologist with my master's degree in communication disorders and as a mama, I believe that your thoughts matter and your child's thoughts matter. Solid communication bridges the gap between those thoughts and leads us to deeper connection with our children. I share strategies to help children communicate that are rooted in research by demonstrating activities that work in our real day-to-day lives with our real kids on an ordinary Tuesday afternoon at home. So as you're playing with your child, you can pull out a pair of their jammies and you can say, "Oh, look, here's your pajamas, pajamas." And use repetition, my very favorite strategy that's on my How Kids Learn to Talk free printable. You can get this at my website. I share all the speech therapy strategies that I use, and I've connected them each to an icon so it's visual for you to remember. If you haven't already downloaded this free resource guide bundle on my website, you'll receive How Kids Learn to Talk speech therapy strategy icons, the 12 to 36 month number of words children should say, the blueprint for boosting language skills, communication milestone checklist from birth to 5 years old, and steps to take if your child is behind on milestones. These are all free on my website, my gift to you. I'll put the link in the description of this video so you can go straight to it and download it. So repetition, we're going to say the word pajamas a lot, and the other words that we teach them we'll say a lot and repeat also. Repetition is how we all learn new words. So we'd start at the top and we could say, "Oh, look, there's a collar. It's a blue collar. It's like a navy. This is the collar part. It's stretchy and it's ribbed, so you can feel it's bumpy." And then you could take their fingernail and show them how it's bumpy and ribbed. Then you could show them the size on the inside. "Oh, look, there's letters. This says 12 months. So this is for a 1-year-old who's 12 months old." Then there's this flap that opens. Look, open and shut. It snaps. The flap snaps. That rhymes. Open and shut. And you can have them try to squeeze it shut. So open, shut, squeeze, snap. There's a snap here and a snap here, and they go together. Snap. And then you can talk about what this does. This protects the zipper from poking you in the neck. Keeps the zipper pointing down. So open. And then we get to the zipper. And you can say zip, zip down, zip up. You could say zip, 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 or you could just go zip and pop that P on the end. Zip. And you could move on to the shoulders. Here's where your shoulders go. There's a seam at the top, and then here's one sleeve. So shoulder and sleeve, and then shoulder and sleeve. Oh, look, this is the same material as the collar. They match. These cuffs are also ribbed and stretchy. This is where your wrist goes. So they're learning the word wrist, cuff, stretchy, navy blue. And then you can always talk about any details that are on the front. There's lions on here, and this provides for a lot of repetition because there's a lot of lions. So you could say, "Look, lion, 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 lion." And on the back, so you can talk about front and back, lion, lion, lion. You could also say roar, roar, roar. Point out the lion's eyes or facial features, legs, tail, and do the same thing with repetition. You could say eye, and then show them your eyes. You could talk about the lion's mane. So you get the idea. Whatever your kids' pajamas have on them, just talk about the features of that picture. If they are simply stripes or polka dots or flowers, you can do the same thing and you can say stripe, 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 stripe. Or dot, 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 dot for polka dots, or flower, flower, flower. The main thing is that you're repeating the same words over and over. So we've looked at the front and the back, and you can say the zipper goes all the way down one leg. It goes all the way down to the foot. So this is where your knee goes, and this is where your foot goes. And then the bottom is bumpy. It's got bumps and words for traction so your feet don't slip when you're walking. Show them that texture. This is bumpy, and then the other side is smooth. So that compare and contrast, they can feel it, and then you're putting that language to what they're feeling with their fingers. Bumpy, smooth. What else is bumpy on here? The zipper is bumpy. Bumpy, so you can do this with your fingernail. Bumpy. Then you could show them how you can fold it. So fold, 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 fold. Or you can show them how to roll it. Roll, 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 roll all the way to the bottom. We rolled it up. You could talk about when you wear pajamas. We wear these when it's time to go to bed, when it's time to rest in our bed and sleep. You could also turn it inside out, and it looks a little bit different inside out. Talk about all the seams and the stitching that they see. So seams, since they kind of stick out, you can feel along. And then, oh, there's a tag. What's the tag say? It says 12 for 12 months. That's the size. Can you hold on to the tag? And then here at the bottom where the foot is, there's some elastic that stretches. You talk about elastic, stretchy, stretches, all those words and vocabulary that you might not otherwise think about if you didn't turn it inside out. All right, those are some ideas to get you started. Comment below and tell me, do you think you're going to try this activity with your child? In order to brainstorm ideas for this activity, I used my blueprint for boosting language skills. This is free on my website. You can download it today. And I just would think about the word pajamas in the middle. You could even write it down, print this out. And then we surround it with words. We look at it with fresh eyes. We use simple phrases, and then we ponder out loud. So if you want to go even more in depth, I would go ahead and download this, and then you'll also get this as well with all the strategy icons. And as always, you know your child best. So if you do have concerns that your child is falling behind on language milestones based on the norms that I share in my free printable download, and if you're looking for more guidance to help your child learn to talk, you're always invited to check out my online class where I teach the exact steps that I use in my speech therapy sessions to get children from saying very few words or no words at all to talking in sentences and having conversations with you. And if you're brand new to my YouTube channel, I share lots of videos like this and others where I teach exactly how I read books to toddlers or young children to teach them new vocabulary, as well as speech therapy strategies that I use with my own son to help him learn new words and learn how to communicate back and forth, how to increase eye contact, attention span, cognition, so many things. This video is part of a playlist of lots of other videos where I take everyday items like a hat or a spray bottle or a hairbrush and talk about how to incorporate vocabulary and language into your day-to-day life. What we learn changes what we do, and you just learned something new. Thanks for liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Chat with me in the comments below. Do you think you're going to try this out with your child at home? Remember to grab the free download at the link in the description of this video, and I'll see you in the next video.